Hello, how is everybody doing? I'm doing fine. If you are wondering, this is the Tsunami Show, and I am your host, King Neptune. And I've been waiting so long, so long, to be able to give my review on this album by Nicki Minaj, Pink. I was about to say by Pink Friday, Nicki Minaj. I was about to say that all backwards. I'm so sorry for that. Sound check, okay, I'm showing. But basically, I don't know where to start, okay? Last night I was tired. I had just got off of work and I was staying up until midnight. It was about 1 o'clock, and I was listening to the album, but I wasn't listening to it with my headphones. I had it on a speaker, a little Bluetooth speaker, and I wasn't listening to it to like the best amount. Like, and I was tired. I just wanted to hear it and see if she was going to really gag me, see if I was going to hear like a LLC third, second verse, or like a blazing opening verse. Like, I thought that I was going to hear all of that. And there was some songs where she delivered and stuff like that. But let me just say this. At first, I did not like the album. I was mad, I was disappointed, and I was sad that I'm like, why am I not liking this album? And I was like, well, it's like too many of these songs she's singing in. There's no videos. Like when Queen came out, yeah, it might have been a messy rollout, but at least she was outside. And then at least like it made me appreciate the Queen rollout and appreciate Queen the album much more. Now, I don't want to skip any steps. But what I mean when I reference Queen is we had Chun Li, we had Barbie Dreams, and we had uh, Barbie Tings. So like we had those videos and stuff like that whenever Queen had first came out. And I'm like, girl, where are our videos? I guess she gave them to us already. She gave us Super Freaky Girl. Um, what else did she give us? I'm gonna be mad if that's literally the only video she gave us. She gave us other songs. She gave us Bomb," which I thought was gonna be an unreleased track only on her site. I'm glad she put it on the album because a lot of people they was dissing Bomb and saying, "Oh well, it's a reason it's scrapped. It's a reason it's unreleased." I like Bomb. You know, no, I'm gonna save my opinions. I'm gonna save my opinions whenever I go back through the album. Okay, so my first opinions is I was like, girl, where when I first saw the track list before the album even came out, I'm like, Drake, Lil Wayne, these are so typical of features. Like, girl, we're tired of Wayne and we're tired of Drake. I'm thinking you about to switch it up this go round. Why is Wayne on here again? Why is Drake on here again? And then like Drake don't even really F with you like that. Like he doesn't promote your music. He doesn't shout you out. He doesn't do any of that stuff. He does it when he chooses to, which I don't like. By the way, I don't know if this is gonna be a long live or a short live. So if you watching, you listening, please don't try to rush me or be like, "Oh, he ain't talking about shit. I'm about to leave," because I'm trying to gather my thoughts so I say everything that I need to say. I don't want to do a video next time and be like, "Oh, and yeah, when I did that video, I forgot." No, 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 no. So let me hit my vape real quick. We are chilling because I really didn't even want to get on here. I really wanted to wait another day with this album. I just know a few days ago she was on live with Monica and Keisha Cole. I'm like, girl, where is the Monica and Keisha Cole song? Like, and then I'm noticing, I'm like, then I thought we were going to have Billie Eilish, but I guess the opening song where we all thought we heard Papa Bell, but it's really like a morphed voice. And I guess it's Billie Eilish or something on it. Like, I guess it was a sample of Billie Eilish the whole entire time I'm figuring out. So, you know, that song, I didn't really care for it. Like, I love all of her openers on all of her songs. I mean, all of her albums. I did not care for that opening track like that. I mean, it's okay. I'm not saying it's a bad song. That's what I thought about this whole album. I was like, okay, a lot of these songs, they feel like fillers to me. The good songs are too short. The bad songs are too long. And then the features, like, I just didn't care for them because I don't listen to them. And I just was so disappointed, like I said, and I didn't. I'm like, okay, like, what is this? I wanted to. Where is Right Through Me? Where is like, cause this is Pink Friday too. I'm like, none of these songs remind me of Pink Friday too, except for one song. And what song was that? It was it was Pink Friday Girls. Perfect title for the perfect song. It reminded me of Nicki Minaj back in the day, the way she was saying certain words, like "oh, sickening eyes," like the way she rolled her like her words and stuff. It was like super bass and like another song, and I was like, "Oh, okay, yes, okay." Now I'm not that crazy about the song, but her verses, I love the way I love her cadence on the verses and how she's spitting it out. That was pretty cool. But and then I got to the end. Let me just start from the beginning because basically I want to wrap all this up and say I went back and I listened to the album this morning and I had my headphones in this time. But before I listened to the album, I was kind of mad. I was talking to a couple friends of mine. I'm like, girl, this album is trash. I do not like this. And I was trying to keep it cute and not say too much on Twitter because most of my followers on Twitter and most of the people I engage with on Twitter are Barbs, and low key, a lot of them are cupcake Barbs, and a lot of them who are cupcake Barbs, they don't want you to say anything bad about Nicki, even if it's something that they know deep down inside is true or agree with or something that's valid. They don't want you to say it. They just can't take it. They want you to like, and they're yes men. They would never be able to be in Nicki's camp. Like if I was Nicki, I wouldn't want nobody who's a fan of mine to be in my camp. Like I wouldn't want nobody that's an op. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying like I wouldn't want nobody that agrees with everything that I say and do, because then you end up with whatever. Like, girl, the stick out song for me when I first heard the album was Everybody. I loved Everybody. I need a sickening video. I need her in like a dance club, hopping up and down with a big poofy wig. I need her wig game to be like. I love her wigs now, but I need something that make me feel nostalgic of Pink Friday too. I know that her old hairdresser, I guess his name was Terrence or something. I think he patented and trademarked or patented the wigs that she was wearing, like in the Moment for Life video in Super Bass, where it had the bob in the back and it was short and then it was long in the front and it was like the bang. Like I liked those wigs, but I wish she can like somehow like buy the patent or buy a few wigs from him and like pop out like in a video or on like do something to make us like nostalgic. I haven't seen her rock the bang in a minute. But Everybody, I know I'm all over the place, but Everybody, when I heard that song, later on I found out today that we weren't even going to get that song. She was going to scrap it. They said that she made it for the Call of Duty campaign. Whenever her skin was supposed to be in Call of Duty, I guess she was going to give them a song too to put in there, which would have been sickening and it would have lived for it back then. But we needed this surprise on this album. It's helping the album. I did watch Armand Wiggins' review. I did watch Zachary Campbell's review. Zachary Campbell's review, if you look at it on YouTube, his is exactly how I felt when I first listened to this album. But Armand Wiggins' review is what I feel now. And I feel like it's a sleeper album. If you have not heard this album, this is definitely an album that you have to go back to and listen a couple times. For me, I only had to listen to it one time the next day. And then there were some songs that I remembered in my head. And I'm like, you know what? Let me go ahead and listen to that one. That Everybody stayed in my head. So I came back and I listened. I kind of skipped the first track because I kind of knew that I wasn't gonna like it. I don't like listening to babies and stuff on people's songs. Like when Mariah Carey came out with that one song, that one album, and it had Faded on it, and it had You're Mine, You're Mine. And then she had that song Supernatural. I love that song, but I didn't really care for the cooing and the babies and stuff. I don't care about I don't be wanting to hear that. That's not I'm trying to get turned. I'm not trying to hear babies and stuff. Or people that I think is babies or voices and shit like that. Not none of that. Barbie Dangerous. That was one of the songs that I heard when I first heard the album. And I'm like, okay, we off to a good start. And I fuck with the song even more because now it's like, okay, well, these are the songs that I have left that I'm going to be stuck with this album. I don't know when the next time we're going to get another album from her. That's part of why I felt the way I felt the last time. Because I'm like, well, girl, when's the next time we're going to even get another Nicki album? Like, girl, we just waited 5 years for this, bitch. I'm about to make myself like this, bitch, because, um, no. And there was other Barbs who liked it regardless. Like, and you could tell some of them, some Barbs, they like whatever. Like, you could tell it would have been anything, and they would have liked it. They would have ate it up. Just like, like I'm not going to bring these bitches up, but just like other people's fans, they like whatever their artists put out, and then you be sitting here like, girl, that's trash. But they like whatever they put out. Literally, it's like they just love their voice, and that's it. So moving on, Barbie Dangerous. I love that. I think it's like I know it's a throwback song. I thought of All Eyes on Me or All Eyes on You with the Meek Mill and the Chris Brown collab. It reminded me of that, but turns out that little to the pick, you got the right one, all that stuff that came from an older song, and I remember that song. I was like, oh yeah, that is from an original song, and that's the beat that it came from. So F the Club Up, FTCU. The first thing I thought of was, oh wait a minute. So Lotto and Glorilla came out with a song called FTCU, F the Club Up. And then I started it, and then the man was like, oh, F the club up, F the club up. And I'm like, oh. So is she about to diss Lotto back or something on here? Like, and I don't know if she did. I don't remember the verses and stuff like that well. I still have time to sit on this. But I do know in one of these songs, she came at Lotto. She said, I mean, Lotto, like, you gonna dread that. Or it was what she was saying, picture this, picture that. And using the bars, never giving back. Like that snippet that she had played for us. Um, I don't remember what song that was on. I think that was for Beat Beat or Falling For You. It was for Falling For You, I believe. So it wasn't any disses, I don't think, in that song. I don't know. Like a lot of people was expecting for it to be a lot of disses and stuff. But honestly, I'm glad that she didn't do a lot of dissing. You want to know why? Even though I feel like she could have done that, I feel like she proved her point and said what she had to say on Queen. And I feel like she said what she had to say in certain songs, but we didn't really pay attention to it. We were looking for more disses, but she already said what she had to say, and she gave us really a lot of the hits already. We just didn't realize that because we already heard them. Let's go down memory lane. Big Difference. We heard a big snippet of Big Difference, and I'm gonna go back to that song. Red Ruby the Sleeves, Super Freaky Girl. We already heard those disses and stuff. Bomb Bomb. All the other songs that she did not release aren't really much of big disses, maybe one or two songs. Everything else is all lovey-dovey, it's all chill and stuff like that. But you know what? I'm fine with that because now it's so subtle. It's not so, oh my God, this is a whole, a better album or whatever, these people try to paint her out to be. Like Queen, she was on bitches' necks with that fucking album. Ooh, I'm cussing. I said I wasn't gonna cuss. And I just feel like I'm glad she didn't because if she did, then people would have still had something negative to say. Oh, she's dissing all over this album. She's bitter. She's this and she's that. By the way, happy birthday, Nicki. Everybody's been enjoying the album and stuff like that. I haven't heard anybody say happy birthday, Nicki. This is her birthday. It's kind of confusing. Like, I mean, not confusing. I just beat and forgot because everybody's talking about the album. So, that was smart if she wanted to take attention away from her birthday, like in that she turned 41 or anything. Like, not that I'm sure she gives a damn or is ashamed about it. I'm just throwing that in there. Beep Beep, I did like that. Now Barbie Dangerous, FTCU, Fuck the Club Up or whatever it's called, and Beep Beep, and Falling For You too. But Beep Beep, that's like my favorite trio. Like that, I love. At first, I said that this album was not cohesive, but when I went back and I listened, I'm like, okay, yeah, these are the turn up songs. These are in the beginning and in the right area of the album. So she did this on purpose. So that's good that she did that. Falling For You, that song reminded me of, if there's any Tinashe fans out there, that song reminded me of For the Weekend, For the Weekend. For the weekend, for the weekend, for the weekend. Y'all remember when Tinashe came out with Joyride and she had that song on there with Little Dragon and it was called Stuck With Me? That's what that song, when she was like, falling for you, jump, jump, jump. I liked that. Now, at first, a lot of these songs, being on the fact that I didn't see Monica or Lewinsky. I mean, Monica or Brandy. Damn, what's that girl name? Keisha Cole. Keisha Cole. I love me some Keisha Cole. I don't know how I had it. It was a brain fart. I love Keisha Cole down. I'm like, girl, where are they at? You know, and then I thought Rihanna was going to be on this album. I was so disappointed. I was so mad. But today I found out that they're going to be on the deluxe edition that we're going to get allegedly next week. 50 Cent is going to be on it. Keisha Cole and Monica going to be on it. I hope so. I pray to God, because I need that. I needed some soul. I needed a girl to come out here and just, just sing their heart out, like on the verses and stuff. I mean, on the choruses and stuff. Yeah, the verses too. Because there's a lot of these songs where she's singing, and a lot of people don't like her singing. I don't mind her singing, just not too much of it. I feel like when she did singing in the past, it fit perfectly on some songs. And some songs, I guess they just grew on us that we didn't realize. Like, I don't know. Like, Moment for Life, when she was singing on that, it was perfect. She didn't have to go up. She was at the right tone. She didn't have to change her tone and stuff like that to sing that chorus. Let Me Calm Down. It was okay. I didn't like how everybody was saying. Oh, I'm skipping what I said. When I brought up Keisha Cole and them, I just felt like she should have had more R&B singers on here to sing her verses. I don't know if I said that already, but I just want to throw that in there. I'm so unprofessional. But for J. Cole, the song, I didn't like how people were saying that he washed her on her song. How can he wash her on a song that's not really like a turn-up song, that's not really like a song where it would be meant to be competitive or anything like that? Like, she was singing on that song too, I'm pretty sure, if I remember well. So why are y'all comparing? Like, I guess because J. Cole to go, Nicki to go, okay, let's see who versed it. It's not meant to be that. Like, I don't think every song isn't meant to be compared. Like, oh, they ate you up in your song. Da, 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 da. Yeah, they're singing about love. Like, come on now, have a heart. Like, do anybody understand where I'm coming from? Like, girl, that's not a song that I would just be like, okay, J. Cole on it. Oh, and this Nicki song. Oh, she got ate up on the song. Da, da, da. We know what Nicki is capable of. Like, we know that bitch can go toe to toe with J. Cole and probably wrap circles around him just as much as he can with her. Like, girl, like, that's why he owned the song. Speaking of that, I love that J. Cole, he's like one of the only, I think he is the, probably other than Tate Cobain, but that's because that's her artist. I believe Tate Cobain is her artist. He's the only one that made a post on Instagram to help promote the album and gave her a shout out. And I found that kind of weird because I'm like, damn, Lil Wayne and Drake, like, why do you have to have these niggas on your songs and on your albums when they don't even really like promote your songs and promote your albums? They don't shout you out. They distancing themselves from you. You don't notice that? I remember when Lil Baby did that song with her on Do We Have a Problem? And he did not promote the song. He did not retweet it or anything like that. I'm like, damn, do people not care about being on a song with Nicki Minaj no more? What is really going on? Because back in the day, people to this day is like begging to be on a song with her or have them on their song. So like, I just know it's just crazy because like, I'm an older Barb, so I've seen this all happen from the beginning. People used to be like on Nicki's ass, like, oh my God, when am I going to get my feature and stuff like that? Like, it used to be a big deal. She was on everybody's song. If you had her on your record, that was an instant top 20 hit. Like, you were going to let everybody know that you had her on your song. Like, it was a big deal. It still is, but it's like people aren't that appreciative and grateful for it. I remember when I think Nicki did Rolling Loud or whatever it was, where she had the purple hair and the blue leggings, and she had a picture with Lil Durk and Lil Baby and stuff. And Lil Durk, he posted a picture and shouted her out, but Lil Baby didn't. I'm like, Lil Baby, is there a reason why he's not acknowledging her presence or something? Like, because any nigga, I don't care how hood or how hard, they're going to be happy to be associated with Nicki Minaj. So I just find that weird. Like, Drake, like, she rides so hard for Drake, but he doesn't post her or anything like that. It's just so weird to me, and I hate that. And I know she sees that. Like, somebody has to tell her, like, girl, you don't need Drake to be on your album. We didn't even want a Drake collaboration. But anyways, that's my little rant. I just didn't like that. The R&B song with Lil Wayne and Tate Cobain. Congratulations to Tate Cobain. I did see him shout her out and help promote the album. Um, I did not care for Lil Wayne's verse. I liked Tate Cobain. I think he did the chorus. That wasn't a bad song. It's pretty good. I actually didn't like Lil Wayne's verse because he just sounded so lazy and slurred. Like, I don't care about Lil Wayne like that no more because he doesn't even sound the same. He just sounds like real lazy. Like he just got on there and said anything. And so did Future, but I'm gonna get on him later on. So Pink Birthday. At first, I'm like, okay, what is this? What is it going to? What is going on? I like it now. I love it. I love it. It's sexy. It gives lingerie. It gives feeding my nigga strawberries while we sipping wine and we about to do our thing, but we all alone and it just smells good in the room. Candles is lit, like we just chilling and doing. I don't know. I just love it. Like it's so sexy. I love the song and I love the way it sounds. Like she was singing in that too, but I didn't mind it. It fit okay. It was okay. It wasn't bad. I didn't have an issue with her singing on that. I loved the vibe. It was very euphoric. Um yeah, I fuck with Pink Birthday. I liked it. Needle with Drake. I might have to get some more time with that. It's probably because I don't care for the Afro beats music, and that was giving Afro beats to me, like the little tempo. I did not care for it. I'm just gonna move along with that. I did not care for Drake's verse, but he does have a big following. He does have a big fan base. I'm pretty sure somebody out there, some fans out there, is gonna. I think that's like number one on iTunes of all of her songs. I don't know how it isn't everybody. I think everybody is number 4 or 5. I don't know how everybody isn't the number one song on iTunes. I can't wait for Billboard because I just want to see what's going to go number one. I know something from this album is going to go number one, and it needs to be Everybody. Everybody, Barb's, y'all need to make Everybody a number one hit. I'm telling you, I've been listening to that the most. Like, even though she's not really saying anything of substance, even though she is, but isn't, because it's like the music is stopping and then she going over to be like, it's not like a real solid verse with like that's not involved with the music. Like she's doing these takes between the everybody. By the way, is that a Michael Jackson sample? Who sings that song? Because I heard that sample and I'm so out of order because I skipped the whole song, but fuck it. Let me go back to Cowgirl because I'm skipping over that. Like I don't know how I did that. This is my first album review, y'all. So, Cowgirl by Lourdes. I did not know who Lourdes was, but I ended up liking the song. I did not like it at first because I'm like, okay, what is going on here? But when I heard Nicki rap, I'm like, okay, this is giving Pink Friday Nicki. It's like you pulled her out of the box and put her on the track. I love this. It's cute. It's very cute, and that's it. I don't have much of a big opinion of it. Like the song, the singing, I didn't really. Not her singing, but like the artist that's featured, Lourdes. I never heard of her. She always finds some white girl to put on her album to sing the chorus of some song. It don't matter. Natasha Bedingfield, we know who that is. I loved her. I love Last Chance. And then you had like The Crying Game, Bed of Lies. Like she always finds some white girl. She sounds white rather. But let's go to Everybody. Fuck that song. I just want to go to Everybody because I was already on that topic. So when I first heard that song, I'm like, okay, I love the way it started. I didn't think the beat was going to skip and stop like that every time it said Everybody. I thought it was going to continue at some point and she was going to rap on the beat, kind of like how she did with Super Freaky Girl, how she just rapped with the beat in the background. I thought it was going to be like that, but I did think it was clever, a play on words every time she said Everybody, in the background. I love that. I do want to know where that song came from, like I was saying earlier, because it reminds me of White Chicks whenever they had those flamingo suits on and they ruined that show and then the paint and stuff like that. Y'all remember White Chicks where they had that song playing in the background and then y'all make me want to watch the movie now because of this song makes me want to watch White Chicks, and I'm pretty sure it's in other movies too, but I'm black and White Chicks was that movie and that song reminds me of White Chicks. because of the everybody you. What song is that? If somebody in the comments tell me what song that is. So now there's big difference. So I'm like, okay, I liked that song. Okay. At that point, I was like, okay, some of these songs are skipped, some of these songs are good, or I'm gonna have to grow on them. But big difference, honey. Big difference is the song that we only had half of for like a few months until this album came out. I need to hear what this other half is. Is she finally gonna put the cheese on the cracker? Is she finally about to just go ahead and lay it all? Because it's something that she did not want us to hear. I never heard her put out half of a song before an album dropped before, so it was something to this, and I just had to know. The beat switched up, and before she went to the next verse, she did. It's like she repeated the chorus twice. I did not like that, and I still don't like that. But it's growing on me. The second verse was cool. Like I'm the queen, you my op and shit, and or you my opposite. Like the double entendres and stuff. I liked it. It was okay. It was pretty good. The first verse will always be the better verse to me. Now that I'm hearing it, it feels unfinished. And there's a lot of songs on here that I still feel like maybe could have taken a little bit more time. But it's like, well, girl, you had this album for 8 months. I mean, not 8 months, 5 years. I don't know where I got that from. I'm having a brain fart. And then, funny fact about the Everybody song, what I had told you earlier about us not we were not supposed to get it, and I guess she shopped it around to Lil Uzi Vert, and he said, "No, that's hard. Keep that on there." They also said that she finished that song in like 11 minutes or something. She finished that song really quickly. So if you finish that song really quickly, it's just making me feel like, well, girl, how are you still adding? Where are the other songs? Like, how long did you take with all the other songs? Like, I don't know. Like, I'm still kind of what's really going on? Because something ain't right. Something ain't clean in the buttermilk. Because at first, I did feel like this album was rushed, and she threw a whole bunch of fillers on here. And I'm like, well, girl, did you really like put love into this album at first? But now I'm just going with the flow. And there is songs that's growing on me, like I said. So big difference. And I still like the first verse. Red Ruby the Sleeves. It kind of makes me feel like I wish I didn't hear Red Ruby the Sleeves first and would have heard it the first time on this album, because I feel like I would have appreciated it more, or I would appreciate the album as a whole more, because I had to sit here and re-listen to these songs and see like, okay, now I got a different understanding from this song that I've been listening to for the past few months, because it's next to this song or it's in this certain part of the album. So it makes me feel like, well, damn, imagine if I didn't hear this shit, what my reaction would be hearing this on the album. You get what I'm saying? That's what a lot of these songs. Big difference. Forward from Trini. Somebody tried to compare it to Trini Them Girls. This is not Trini Them Girls. Just because it's a Trini song that has Trini in the title and it's a different type of beat, I would not just go ahead and say that this is Trini Them Girls' little sister. That's not the case for me. I did not care for the song only because it's not my cup of tea. I'm not saying it's a bad song. It's something for somebody. And that's the best part about this album. If I do not say that later on whenever I'm closing, I would like to say this is actually a cohesive project. And that's the difference between her and all these other girls that are her sons, because she's versatile. I was going to go on Armand's show and play what I said on his show, but I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to make this about him. But I said that on his show. I'm like, well, that's the difference between her and these other girls. She's versatile, and this is a cohesive project, and that versatility, it equals longevity. The more versatile you are, the longer you last, because everybody is eventually going to get tired of hearing the same thing. Look at Glorilla. Look at Megan Thee Stallion. They can't stop. Like, Glorilla is forcibly making her voice sound like that. Now people are tuned out. Cardi B, she don't even sound the same as she did on her older songs, and she can only talk about the same thing but so many times. And plus, you don't even have a love for the craft like that, so your heart's not really into music. Megan Thee Stallion, she can only rap about the same things, her kitty cat and and stuff like that over and over again. She can't. She was up here trying to make a groundbreaking testimonial song called Cobra, and still had to add something about her vagina in the middle of it. What she say? This pookie depressed or whatever. Bro, I tuned in and I tuned out. I liked the video though. So Forward from Trini, I do be skipping that. I don't listen to that. Pink Friday Girls, I think that's that Girls Just Want to Have Fun sample. I do remember back in the day in like 2012 or 13 or 2011 that she wore like this wig. It was like a fro, and she was performing that same song with like I think Katy Perry or somebody. That girls just wanna have fun. She just kept on saying it like that. So I feel like that means a lot to her because I remember whenever she was performing that song on stage, it wasn't this song, but it was like they were performing like the girls just want to have fun. I think it was some type of women's event. I don't know what it was, but I know she got on stage and she performed that song, and yeah, so that's all that reminded me of. Pink Friday Girls, her verses, it definitely reminded me. Her cadence reminded me of Super Bass. It reminded me of Your Love. It's the way that she was saying like her words. You just have to go back and listen. It's the way that she was pronouncing her words. So then at that point, I'm like, okay, so this like the only song that reminds me of Pink Friday. I don't feel like that now, but that's how I felt back then. And at that time, I'm like, okay, I haven't heard the last song, but the last song on the album, whatever it is, it must be a good song or something that's really sentimental for her to put it at the end. Because why isn't this song at the end? This song screams Pink Friday. Hell, it has it in its name. Pink Friday Girls. This got to be at the end because this is like a cute closer. It almost makes me want to cry. Like it makes me emotional a little bit because I'm like, oh my God, like we were here from the very beginning, and she just bringing back this old Nikki that it's like we thought was dead almost. Like, girl, she hasn't rapped like this or sounded like that. Her voice, like I haven't heard that in so long, and it just reminded me of my childhood. Like, oh my God, she's back on the album. Like, oh my God, like the same nostalgia feeling of somebody feeling like they hear Roman years later or something like that. So then there's Super Freaky Girl. I'm not gonna hold you. I skipped that, but I'm glad she put it on the album because that was her first number one, and it was her solo number one. No, that was like her third number one, but it's like her first solo number one. That's what I mean to say. Excuse me. So then we have Bomb Bomb. I loved Bomb Bomb, and I love Bomb Bomb before the album even came out. I was mad that she only had it on her site. Like, I bought it and stuff, but I don't think I had it on Apple Music, and there was no way for me to listen to it on Apple Music. And I'm like, okay, I want to listen to this along with all my other songs. And I'm like, everybody else, they did not like Bomb Bomb like that. There was a few people that did, but people really tried to downplay that and write it off like, oh, there's a reason why it's unreleased, and it's a reason why it was scrapped and it's not on that album. Da, 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 da. I'm like, girl, y'all don't have no type of taste. This song slaps. I love Bomb Bomb. It had the flow. It reminded me of ice my wrists and I piss some bitches and I pull up and that's that and that's that. Man, girl, y'all don't hear super I'm gonna say super hoe. Y'all don't hear stupid hoe on there? Yeah, that's that. Same flow. I loved it. And I don't like them bitches or the bitches. Don't put the cops in business. We don't talk on phones. Yeah, I like that. I love Bomb Bomb. I'm sorry. That's a go-to of mine. That's like one of my top 5 records. And I can hear it now on the album. Like, I love that. My Life. How did My Life go? I remember this song. I liked it. I did not like it at first. I like it now. Now, Nikki Hendrix. I did not like Nikki Hendrix. I do not like that song. I still don't like. I couldn't even listen back at it. Like like I don't like listening to Future. Like there is songs that Future have been on, and I was able to stomach it. But this, I'm like, girl, what is this? What is this? And then she's singing on it again, and I'm like, girl, what is this? I did not like that. I still don't like that song. I'm sorry. I still don't like that song. So I'm just gonna skip it past that one. That's all I have to say about it. Blessings. Okay, it's Tasha Cobbs on there. I know she's a church woman. I don't know any of her other songs, but I do know Nikki loves Tasha Cobbs. Um, Seeing her on this song, and I'm like, okay, where is this about to go? Because we don't have Keisha Cole, we don't have Monica, but we have Tasha Cobbs. Like, I didn't come here to go to church, Nikki. Like, what's really going on? Like, So then when I played it, it didn't sound like a church song. So I'm like, okay, maybe this is a secular song. And then so I'm thinking they're singing about a man, but they're singing about Jesus, honey. So then here she come, and then she's like, oh, his name is Jesus. And I'm like, oh, okay. Well, I guess I held my breath, honey, because I like the song, and I could stomach it because it's not overdone with, it's not too much Christian. And it's not that I have a problem with Christianity or gospel music. It's just that I didn't come for a Nicki Minaj album to hear church music. That's just it. That's just all. I didn't come here for that. It's cute. It's a cute song. I didn't come to go to church and hear screaming and yelling and Jesus and holy name and all that other stuff. I just didn't come to hear that. That's not what I wanted to hear. And thank God it's at the end of the album, so it's not like in the middle. I don't have to get through a church song to get to Bomb Bomb, honey, and everybody. So that's just a big mood change. Like I feel like she did the end of the album well. She put all these little slow songs and stuff at the end, and then she put "Last Time I Saw You" right there. Last time I saw you, I did not like that song at first. Now I appreciate it. Now I like it because I feel like, girl, I know you. I know last time I saw you now. So it's like, girl, you all right, girl. We know you. We recognize you. Hey, you exist. That's cool. I did not like it. I liked the last time I saw you instrumental. I liked it at first. But after a while, I'm like, okay, her issue. That's why singing is not her strong suit because it's like, girl, are you going to change up the way? Are you going to add any ad libs? Or are you going to, change up the beat? Like, it's some things, it's some melodies and harmonies I could think of for that song where at the end she could have just added it to the song. And I'm like, okay, that would have. But no, she just kept on repeating the same thing. Last time that I saw you, and I'm like, oh, miles away. I'm like, oh, okay. So it's like I wanted to like the song when she first came out with it, and then it's like, oh, and that was it. So just the memories. How did that song go? I liked it, just the memories. It was a good closer. If I were to rate the album, I would give it a 9. I'm being nice with that one, a 9. If I were to rank it in comparison to all her other albums, which is what I've been seeing a lot of people doing, a lot of people have been doing the enough time has passed parentheses posts on Twitter, well X. I don't feel like it's better than Pink Friday. I don't feel like it's better than Roman Reloaded. I don't feel like it's better than Re-Up. I don't feel like it's better than the Pink Print. It's definitely not better than the Pink Print. And I don't feel like it's better than Queen. And I'm sorry to say that. I feel like it's neck and neck with Queen. So I would rank it directly next door neighbors with Queen. I would not say it's better than Queen. I would not say it's worse than Queen. I don't feel like it's really comparable, honestly, because that's how different it is to me. It's not different on a sense of Scarlett's album compared to all of Doja Cat's other albums. By the way, I was supposed to do a Scarlett review, but I just been tied up with work, honey. I really wanted to do my Scarlet review. I think I did. Did I do it on Twitter? Oh, and if you're watching this on YouTube, honey, I did Nikki Night on Twitter and everything. That's why I've been trying to tell y'all to follow me on Twitter, but not really people been following me on Twitter. This is my handle right here. If you are wondering, let me know what you thought about the album underneath this video. And yes, I am wrapping up. I'm trying to think of any other thoughts that I've had. Like, I just really wanted Rihanna on here. That would have been the perfect chess move. Like, Rihanna's not doing music right now, but you just had a picture with her and A$AP Rocky and the baby and stuff, and her niece. Like, girl, you could have gave her, like, I would have been like, girl, I would have handed her my phone. And I would have been like, here's a couple words. Sing this real quick. It'll only take me like 5 seconds. I don't care if you mess up. Just sing these couple songs. Sing the way I'm on the way to the mountain or some shit like that. Just sing anything. The way I'm on the way to the mountain, and I would have like, ah! Girl, I would have had that song laid out, and all you would have heard, bitch, I would have AI'd the hell out of that snippet she would have said into that damn phone, bitch, and I would have made her accredited. I would have had her featuring Rihanna on that damn album, because that was the perfect chess move. Like, I feel like to reach back out to Beyonce, you have the connection, you have the reach. Like, girl, I would have paid them a good penny. That would have been a big deal. Rihanna makes her comeback to music via Nicki Minaj's Pink Friday 2 album. Like, girl, just think about it. Like, girl, what? So I'm probably missing at least one or two opinions. I do love the album now. I do advise everybody who is listening to the album, anybody who's listening to this video who said they did not like the album, I recommend you go back and listen to it. I had to tell a friend of mine to go back and listen to it because I did not like it at first, and I can confidently say that now because now I like it. So I don't got to worry about any backlash. And the Farty Gang and the Thotties, they have been on Twitter trying to get Invasion of Privacy to start charting on iTunes or yeah, I said that right, iTunes, or Apple Music, whatever the fuck it is today. And then they've been trying to get Traumatic to get trending on there also. It's a couple songs that's blocking Nicki Minaj's song. Like, there's songs that's number one by Nicki Minaj. Like, we're all up in the top 10. But it's like this one song. It's that one song. It's that Jack. I knew it was a white guy. I almost said Post Malone. It's Jack Harlow. That Whippin' on Me, that Whippin' and Chain song. I don't really like that song. It sounds catchy, but then I think about it like, oh, it's a white guy and he's singing about whips and chains and whipping on me and loving on me and all this stuff. I don't like, girl, you're gonna have to take a time out. And it's one song. Let me go to her page. Let's do a little visit real quick before I go. Okay? But that's my review. I do want to go to Nicki's page because she said something about Travis Scott. And I must say, I am proud of her. I'm happy that she was able to put aside, like, I'm glad that they basically buried the hatch and that she said something about Travis Scott and that basically her vocals was clear. She's spilling tea on Twitter, pretty much. Okay, Nikki Hendrix is such a good song. I do not like that song. Future's versatility isn't talked about enough, and does it in all the most authentic way while keeping his mystique. What mystique is that, honey? Not only is this one of my all-time favorite songs, but I have another really dope part drawn with him on it too next week. Please, girl, do not give us another. Girl, please do not give us another Future song. I don't want it. Are y'all gonna stop her? Is anybody gonna stop her? Please, no. She's gonna end up blocking me. I'm scared to comment because I don't want it. I just want to comment, please, no. Please no. Please no. No, 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 no. She gonna block my ass, but I ain't gonna give a fuck. Honestly, I don't be giving a fuck if people block me. Girl, I got more than one account, honey. Roblox, they have something dealing with Gag City on Roblox. What else? Um, I guess Doritos is in on the fun too. Not Rap Snacks beefing with Doritos over Nikki. Hold on now. Reminds feeling really pink on this Friday. Reminds of a line that says you can't wear a Nikki wig then be Nikki. Where the Big Macs put in pink on a bag don't make you Rap Snacks. Okay. What girl, hang it up. Okay, so 50 Cent is supposed to be on the deluxe. Okay, it's the Pink birthday song. I don't think I remember hearing a Travis Scott. I was hearing all types of shit. He probably was on there. I just probably didn't listen for him. I'm listening for Nikki. She's saying, fun fact about hashtag Pink birthday, which is a song I love. Travis Scott cleared his vocals for it. That's good because I remember she called that nigga auto tune man. She said that's his voice on it. It sounds like an instrument. I didn't know until I had already recorded it and fell in love with it though. I was like, he not gonna clear it. And he did. Pink Friday Girls. Cindy Lauper gives Pink Friday Girls by Nicki Minaj her step of approval, which samples her classic hit Girls Just Wanna Have Fun. Okay, well, who's the one who sampled that Everybody song? Hmm. Who did I block? Oh, probably a reason why I blocked them. Okay, she's not really spilling too much tea. But happy birthday, Nikki. Like I haven't said it on Twitter. Like I haven't went out my way and wished her happy birthday. Um, but happy birthday to Queen. Like happy birthday. And congratulations on your album. I hope it does really well. I hope it sells really well because they're going to be on her neck whenever next week comes. I already know these hating assholes can't wait to see something not go to well. So I like the album now. Like I said, I told y'all, please go back and listen to the album. Okay, you are not tripping. You are not tripping. Some of you bitches was looking for it to be a negative album or a bad album. It's not a bad album. It's a grower. It's a grower. So goodbye. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I will be posting more later on soon. Hopefully, I say that all the time. And ciao.